Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome. In today's video, we'll be doing a acrylic rebalance on my returning client. She has been out for 4 weeks. I did do her nails here on YouTube Live for her Disney trip. So if you guys want to check that video out, go on ahead to my live section and it will be there for you guys to watch. So we did have a little mishap. We have a little chipping. This appointment was really hectic. She had a lot going on, and I just felt it for her. But I usually have my clients cure their thumbs separately after a full 60 or 90-second cure because it was just, a busy appointment. I probably didn't even realize she didn't cure this hand like we usually do. So she had a little bit of chipping, a little bit more than I'm comfortable with, but it happens. So yeah, she's back and we're going in with some stripe, fun summer stripes. I wish I had went in with a little color, but she wanted something simple and quick. So this is what we came up with and they turned out really nice. I hope you guys hang around for the entire video so you guys can see the process. I will be popping back in once we get to the prep so we could chat a little bit more, and I'll see you guys once we get to the prep. All right, guys, here I'm going in with my tapered barrel cuticle bit to exfoliate her new growth and make sure there's no dead skin on her nail plate. I like to do minimal prepping on this client because of her brittle nails. So yeah, and I do go in with a buff and black as well just to buff that new growth before going in with my young nail primer and gel bottle rubber base. These bits that I use in all my videos, they're listed on my Amazon storefront. I do like to change them out every 3 to 4 months. And they're very reasonable, guys, and cost effective. They're easy to clean. I've had no issues with them holding up during that time. And I stay stocked up on them. So if you guys are interested in them, you could definitely check them out in my description bar and let me know how you're liking them. If any of you guys have tried the rubber based method or the hybrid um, technique that I use here on, well, I've been showing you guys here on YouTube, let me know how you've been liking it. And yeah, I think Tammy, she had just commented on one of my older videos when I first came back on YouTube maybe 2 3 months ago. So let me know how you've been liking it, girl. And thank you so much for your support. Here I'm just going in to nip up any dead skin that's visible to my eye and your eyes as well. And then I'll be going in with my round head cuticle bit to exfoliate our cuticle before going in with my dehydrator. And I use half alcohol, half acetone on a brush, and I brush downwards to make sure there's no dust and debris on the nail plate before going in with my prep. So I will be using a Young Nail Clear Speed Clear acrylic, and I use for all my acrylics, I do use a Young Nail. I've been using them for years. I've tried numerous other acrylic, and I just find that it's not needed. If anything is breaking the bank for us, we have less money to take home with us. So yeah. So here I'm going in with my Young Nail Protein Bond to prep her new growth and any exposed natural nail that may be on her nails. I did file her sidewall off a little, so I'm making sure that prep is on her sidewall as well. Now I'm going in with my rubber base over or exposed new growth as well, and anywhere that she has exposed natural nails. And then I'll go straight in with my Young Nail color acrylic. So yeah, and guys, thank you so much for your support and your engagement during my lives and my videos. Of course, you guys have been amazing. um and to all my new subscribers, welcome and thank you. And I hope you guys find my tips and tricks here on my channel useful. And if you do, please don't forget to leave me a comment. My community tab is now open for you guys to ask me any questions you may have. I do have some other things that I'm working on here on my channel, but I think it's not time yet. So I'm enjoying my channel how it is right now. And later on, we may talk about a little bit more that's to come. For my hybrid sets that I do, I want to do a dedicated video using my practice hand, showing you guys how I use my polygel as well as my acrylics to do my hybrid sets. So that video is to come in the next week or so. And yeah, so here I'm placing my first bead of acrylic on her ring finger, and I'm using the middle of my brush to take the product down the entire nail. And I'm making sure I'm looking at her nail from side to side to make sure the nails are nice and flush and there's no lumps or bumps on her nail plate. I do like to go in with a slip layer before placing my bead, and I place the bead closest to the cuticle and hold her finger downwards to help the product self-level. And when I'm doing this, I'm making sure I'm wiping my brush out. Most times I have minimal acrylic left over on my paper towel, and that's because I'm making sure all the acrylic that I pick up is being left on the nail plate before I go in and wipe my brush on the paper towel. And then wherever I need a second bead or two, I'll go in and place that bead there. And I use the middle of my brush to pat the acrylic in the area that is needed, and I'll repeat the process. Now for a thumb, I think I did 2 or 3 beads on here, and you could tell where her natural nails were, and I went ahead and filed it up. I will be file it out. I will be doing the same once I'm done restructuring her nails. We did decide to go ahead and cut her nails down some, so you guys will be seeing that process as well. Now, guys, I don't know where I put my mini mandrel on this day. I still have not found it. So I had to go in and use my 100/180 hand file to finish file her nails. I don't know. I packed up a few items to take home with me. So I don't know if I took it home with me or I just misplaced it in the suite. So I need to replace that one as well, because I have been enjoying using the mini sanding band to do my finish filing. So yeah, I'll let you guys watch a little of the video and I'll take a break because I have been chatting for roughly 6 minutes now. So I'll take a break and I'll be back to explain to you guys how I debug and restructure their nails after applying their acrylic. So guys, here I'm going in with my fine carbide bit to make sure her nails are nice and flush, and I'm going over her entire nail and then making my way down the side wall of the nail and then cutting her nail to her desired length. And guys, when I'm cutting her nails down, I'm making sure I'm using my middle finger, ring finger, my middle finger, pointer, and thumb to hold her finger as sturdy as possible so there's no skipping of the e-file or my glove potentially getting caught in the bit. I just watched a video on, was it Instagram? The nail tech had a size too large glove on and the bit got caught in the glove. Broke her nail underneath all the way down to her free edge, had her nail bleeding and everything. And then it broke one of her clients' nail. And I'm like, I was just complaining about my gloves being a size too small, but actually, after watching that video and just seeing how fast that happened, I'm like, yeah, no more complaints. I will now be using size small instead of a medium because it could have happened to anyone. And her client was so calm, like she barely flinched. And the nail tech was like, oh, and she took her glove off, and the nail was inside the glove, and her epinicium was just bleeding all over the place. So, guys, if you guys are using a glove that is a little bit too large, I suggest going a size down because I have chunky hands. So I usually go with a medium. Before I was going with a large, and sometimes I realize the bit will skip and get caught in the gloves. So me seeing that video is just reassurance that I may need a small anyways. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little bit with you guys. Here I'm going in with my needle bit to take up any existing natural nails from underneath her nail to help prevent any further separation. Usually I'll go with a top coat, but I didn't need to go with a top coat because I took the natural nails down as far as possible to the free edge of a nail without damaging the aponychium or touching her bare skin. So yeah, so here I'm going in with my 100 180 grit hand file to perfect their shape and make sure they're nice and smooth, and just make sure sidewall is not being overfouled either. And then I'll go straight in with my design. I will be using D&D cover color in Mastermind, and I want to say it was 2455. And then I'll be going in with my snowflake to create her stripes. Now, seeing that stripes been going around, and because she wanted to keep them simple, I went in with just a white, but I wish I had used like a neon or did like a ombre fade underneath and then put the white stripes on top, but they still turned out really pretty. Excuse me, guys. They still turned out really pretty, and I will be giving it another try. So if you see more stripes on the channel, forgive me. But yeah, here I'm just making sure the nails are nice and smooth and ready for application. So yeah, and I will be going in with my Young Nail stain resistant top coat to complete her set. And I like to use 2 coats on most of my clients. So yeah, here I'm going in with the D&D cover color over our entire nail. And I did use, I want to say 2 or 3 coats of this to give me the perfect shade that we were looking for. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you do, please don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. I will be having a bonus video coming sometime this week as well, so be on the lookout for that one. And guys, thank you guys again for your support and for watching. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching, guys.